What's up, guys? It's your boy, the short kid, back again with another video. sorry, sorry I've been gone for what is it, 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks? I don't know. But I missed last week because of complications. I'm sorry, and I forgot to record, so that's my bad. Um, we went. I actually made my picks last week. I just didn't upload it. So we went 10-4. Not 10-4. 10 is. Oh, wait, no, 9-6. 9-6 last week. Um, so these are like who actually won the games. So I did that. But so I picked Denver. I know I did that. I wrote them all down on this posted card right here. I picked Denver. I picked Cincinnati. No one played this because Tennessee, COVID-19. Um, New England, in Kansas City, I picked them. I picked Buffalo. I picked Chicago for this game, and they lost, which was sad, to say the least. And I picked the Chargers for this game, but they lost again. Dang it! Why do I keep picking the Chargers? I feel like they always let me pick. I was flipping and flopping between this game. I kept changing it, but I just ultimately picked Dallas, and that was a huge mistake. I should have picked Cleveland, and Dallas almost came back and won, but OBJ is OBJ. So yeah, I picked Miami this. Well, I think did I pick Miami? I picked Miami this game, and they almost won. Just Ryan Fitzpatrick threw too many picks. Baltimore I picked this game. I picked Houston to win this game. They lost. But they fired Bill O'Brien, so yes, let's go. Let's go. 12-4 going on now, baby. No, I'm just kidding. We're probably gonna go in 16, but it'll be hilarious though. It'll be fun. Um, New Orleans won this game. Carolina won this game. Los Angeles. Wait, no, I picked Detroit for this one. I picked Carolina for this one, which I was so proud of. I picked Los Angeles for that one, and I picked Philly. And then I picked Green Bay. So we went 9-6 last week, losing all these games in the middle. They were very close, though. I would say they were close for each and every one of them, except maybe the Baltimore game. They were close. So this week um we have some good games here. We got Lions and Packers on a bye. Packers are 4-0. Lions are 2. No, no, they're 1-3. 1-3. I thought they won twice. No, they won. They won one once. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we got the Thursday night game. Where is that? Oh yeah. Today is Thursday night game. Tampa Bay and Chicago should be a really good game. I think the Bears are gonna be in here. They're gonna be tough on Tom Brady. Defense is probably gonna carry the Bears, but I don't know. I'm like, should defense or offense? I mean, Tom Brady's probably gonna do good. But Nick Foles, I don't know about him yet. But I don't know. I feel like they should have benched Mitchell Trubisky. At the same time, like Nick Foles won them the game, but at the same time, Mitchell Trubisky, he wasn't doing bad. They were still 2-0, and then they somehow came back in the Atlanta game because Atlanta sucks. But I mean, they did well last week. Well, no, they didn't. Their offense sucked. Their defense was pretty good though. So I don't know. Should I go Chicago or Tampa? I really don't know. Every time I pick against Tampa, they win. Um, I don't know. At Soldier Field, Nick Foles in the cold. Don't know. This is hard. I don't know who to choose here. I mean, on one side you got Tampa Bay, good offense and moderate defense. Chicago, you got terrible offense and moderate defense. I mean, not moderate, solid defense. So I don't know who to go here, but don't want to pick Tom Brady, but I'm gonna pick him. Tampa Bay is gonna take this game. I want to be wrong though. I really do. I hope Chicago beats them. Carolina, Atlanta. Um, yeah, Carolina. Well, I guess we'll just do all the NFCs first. Carolina, Atlanta. Carolina's gonna take that game. I think Carolina is a better team. I feel like they're getting rolling. And watch out, Teddy Bridgewater coming for the playoff. Let's go. Um, Next game, Los Angeles versus football team. Not football team. Football team. Football team benched my man Dwayne Haskins. That's a big rip. That sucks. They gave up on him too early. I feel like he just doesn't have the weapons around him except Taylor McLaurin and maybe Antonio Gibson to win. He literally has maybe the worst offensive line in the league. And no, now Joe Burrows is, but I don't like how they gave up on him, and especially Kyle Allen throwing in there. Los Angeles definitely winning this game. That's my lock of the week. Los Angeles winning this game against Washington. They're playing against Kyle Allen. I don't think Kyle Allen's gonna throw 3 picks. No way. No way Washington wins that game. If they do, I'll be shocked. Giants versus Dallas. Now I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas somehow lost this game. And the Giants, the offensive line is terrible also. Daniel Jones just getting absolutely pummeled. He has to make some magic happen to even get a first down. I feel really bad for the Giants. I feel like they just stink. And it's all because of their GM. And it's like some of it is like they just haven't made the right moves and the GM sucks and they won't fire him. And also they keep just getting new coaches, which is not good for the quarterback. So I don't like the coach isn't that bad. I mean, they're 0-4 right now, but they've played some competitive. I think they played pretty competitive. Well, let me think. I mean, the Steelers game, they were pretty competitive. Rams game, they were pretty competitive. It's 49 against backups, they lost, though. So I don't know if I can even consider the Giants. But I'm gonna pick Dallas. I don't want to, but I'll pick them. Minnesota versus Seahawks. Um, Minnesota. Seahawks don't have a defensive line. Minnesota has a terrible offensive line. Actually, not terrible, below average. And I feel this if Kirk Cousins shows up, he can win this game. They can definitely win this game against Seattle's defense. Depleted and they stink, but also Minnesota sucks. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game on Sunday night. It's gonna be very close. It's gonna whoever gets the ball last is gonna win. And I feel what would an upset? I think Minnesota could win this game by like 3. Because I feel Kirk Cousins and um, Justin Jefferson do pretty well. We're doing pretty well together, and I think they're going to continue that. They got their mojo rolling the last 2 weeks against the Titans and Texans, and I see their offense being really good, and I think they just can win now with they can definitely beat Seattle, and Seattle will maybe take the first loss this week because I don't know how they keep surviving with that terrible defense. Maybe it's just Russell Wilson playing like a god, but one of these days they're gonna lose to somebody. So now we're going to AFC. Start off with the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Las Vegas Raiders. At first, I was really high on the Raiders, but seeing them play these last 2 weeks is just been not good. They played okay against the Bills. They weren't that good. The Bills are a really good football team, and they played the Bills and Patriots last week, and they have too many missed opportunities. And I feel like the Chiefs will capitalize off those opportunities and win. The Chiefs are the best team, probably the best team, maybe probably the best team in the NFL right now. I feel that not. Let me take that back. Chiefs are pretty good, but I feel like like sometimes they struggle. If you can like get them into a box and like keep capitalizing on every opportunity you get, because Patrick Mahomes should have threw 3 interceptions last week. If you watch the game, the Patriots dropped 3 interceptions, like 3 easy interceptions, and the Patriots game was closer than I thought it would be with a backup QB, and that was like 2 backup QBs. You had Brian Hoyer. It was like 3-6 in the first half. So I don't know. I feel like the Chiefs are struggling a little bit. Like on their defense have been pretty good, but their offense is like struggling a little bit. But I think this would be a closer game than people think. Maybe it'll be like a 6 point game. Raiders lose by 6. Um, Denver and New England. Denver is just depleted with Injuries. But they got the first win against the Jets last week, and New England's coming to town, probably without Cam Newton. It'll probably be a closer game than people think. But New England has a good defense, and I'm gonna ride that. Go off of that to pick them. So yeah. Um, Now we got Cincinnati versus Baltimore. Again, another game people aren't looking at. Even though Baltimore has the defensive line, I have to go look at the stats, but I don't think they sacked Haskins that much as people thought they did. And I felt like Washington put up a pretty good fight in that game against Baltimore's defense. And they just missed on some opportunities again. And I don't know. It just if Cincinnati's offensive line was that bad, I want to pick Cincinnati so bad. I do. Because I really do like their team. Besides their offensive line and defense, the defense is pretty bad. But offensive line, I mean, they played Browns close, and the Browns have a really good offense. So maybe they'll play the Ravens close. I don't know. I don't know. Ravens' defense isn't that good. I really don't think it is. But I don't want to be completely wrong and the Bengals get blown out like 43-3, and then I look stupid for picking them. I don't want to pick the Ravens at all. I really don't. I really don't. I'm gonna pick Cincinnati. I believe. I believe in Joe Burrow. I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, y'all can expose me. I don't care. I literally just I gotta pick some upsets, man, because it's like if you just pick the same teams every week, it's like, oh well, it's kind of boring. You know what I mean? Um, Jacksonville and Houston. This is where we get our first win. I lied about last week. This is where we get our first win. If we don't get our first win, I'll be shocked. But this is where we get our first win against Jacksonville, and this is our first divisional game. So look, even though we're 0-4, I know we suck. There is a 0.111 chance we could actually win this division. You know why? Because this is our first divisional game. All we have to do is go 6-0 in the division and win 6 games. We have to go 10-0, not 10-0, 12-0 the rest of the season to make the playoffs. I think we did it one season. I think we can do it again, but I'm not sure. I gotta see after Sunday. After Sunday, maybe I'll have my confidence up. But if we don't win, I won't be mad because, yeah. But The thing is, like I say, I won't be mad, but I probably will. But at the same time, like um, we get a new coach after this season, and we get a new GM, and see like what's our future gonna be. I know we don't have a pick this year because Bill. No, I hate I hate that guy. I'm so glad he's gone. I hope he has even though I like crap on him a lot, I hope he has success somewhere else because I don't like seeing people lose their jobs. That's wrong. And yeah, even though I hate the guy, but he basically screwed us from this year. This year, I mean, next year will probably be fine, but this year, like, we can't draft anybody. We don't have a draft pick till the third round, so maybe a third round steal. But I don't know. I just really think we can get our first win against Jacksonville. Jacksonville played on fire for 2 weeks, and then they haven't been playing well ever since. Or actually, no, 3 weeks. They played well for 3 weeks. No, was it 2 weeks? No, it was 2 weeks because Titans and Colts they played well for 2 weeks, and then they became the Jaguars. So I really think the Jaguars aren't. They were just playing exceptionally well over the level, but now they fallen back to earth. So now I think Houston can beat them. I really do. Um, James Robinson will probably have a good game, so start him. If any fantasy owners out there, just start James Robinson, undrafted rookie against our terrible run defense. Please start. Um, Buffalo versus Tennessee. Um, I think if this game happens, this is gonna be a really good game. I think Buffalo's got just good all around. I really do love their team. I love seeing them win. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. Happy to see that connection, and I'm happy to see that they're running the AFC East for once, and the Patriots aren't. So I'm really happy to see that. I think this is gonna be a close game if it happens, but I think Buffalo's gonna take it over Tennessee and give them their first loss of the season. Um, Indy versus Cleveland. Indy's got probably, maybe, arguably the best defense in the NFL, besides Pittsburgh. I think Indy is gonna do pretty well. I don't know because Indy's offense is kind of questionable, but their defense is really good. Cleveland Cleveland's offense is amazing. If they could just run like they did, go like or play like they did last week against the Cowboys, look out, bro. 49 points, Jesus. Um, but Cowboys also have the worst defense in the NFL. But they're playing against a better defense this week. I think it's gonna be close. It's gonna be really close. I think maybe like they get in the 20s. I don't know. Maybe Indy's defense will hold the Browns to less than 20, but I don't think so. But uh, Baker Mayfield's gonna have to show up this game. Like he showed up a little bit last week, but it was it was like the run game made them win. They ran for almost 300 yards, over 300 yards actually. And I feel like Baker Mayfield's gonna show up this week, and I feel like he won't. Indy will win this game. I am sad to say that because I hate Indianapolis, but I also hate the Browns. So, um, what is this? Oh, okay. Cardinals versus Jets. Why? Why do you make me go through this, Jets? I don't even give you a chance. Like, literally, I can't give you a chance because you suck. Oh my gosh. Sam Darnold's even out for this game. They're gonna get destroyed. Cardinals are gonna bounce back after losing two straight. Philly versus Pittsburgh, the Battle of Pennsylvania. Philly winning last week against the 49ers, pretty impressive with a field of practice squad players. And Pittsburgh having a bye last week because Tennessee cannot follow protocol. Um, Pittsburgh, well, arguably the best defense in the NFL too, and Philly had a pretty good defense last week. So I think Philly has a chance in this game, but I think the defensive line from Pittsburgh will be too much for Carson Wentz and that offensive line to handle, and he will get sacked probably more than 5 times. And Pittsburgh will end up taking a dub um, from Philly. And the NFC still sucks. Um, Miami versus San Francisco. Miami coming really close to beating the Seahawks last week. Ryan Fitzpatrick turned the ball over way too much for them to win. They played pretty well. Defense played pretty well. Offense played pretty well, except for the 2 turnovers that Ryan Fitzpatrick had. Um, I feel like Miami is actually a pretty good team. You saw what they did to the Seahawks. They pretty much like shut them down in the first half, and they only held them to 31. So I really don't. I really think Miami's a okay team. I think they can go maybe 7-9, 8-8. But San Francisco coming off a loss, they're depleted. I don't know if Jimmy G is gonna play or any of their top running backs. I don't know if they're gonna play. So with the depleted 49ers, I think the Miami Dolphins will win this game. Now the Monday night game, the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints coming off a win last week against the Detroit Lions. Los Angeles Chargers coming off a loss against Tampa Bay. Justin Herbert played pretty well. Um, he's literally, I think he's playing really well. I think him and Joe Burrow like kind of like the same play right now, but Joe Burrow gets a slight edge because he's playing with terrible offensive line, and Justin Herbert has a pretty good team around him. um, but New Orleans, they just looked okay against the Lions. Put up 35 points, almost let the Lions come back and win that game. 35-29. Um, New Orleans has been looking real shaky this season. I don't like. Uh, this is not good. Um, Chargers have been competitive, and I think every single game they've played, and they've either lost by they've lost by 1 score every game. So I think the Chargers are actually gonna take this game from the New Orleans Saints, and the New Orleans Saints are gonna be third place in the division, and the Bucks are gonna be leading it. Ew. But that's my predictions. We can look at the standings right now as they fall. 1-4. Yeah. Um, I'll give you guys my upset of the week. My upset of the week is Cincinnati versus Baltimore. I know take Cincinnati. Cincinnati. Um, and my lock of the week has got to be Los Angeles versus Washington or Carolina versus Atlanta. And my close game of the week would probably be the best game of the week would probably be I think it would be either Buffalo or Tennessee or Indy or Cleveland. And I think Buffalo and Tennessee will be the best game of the week if we get that game. So that's it for my predictions, guys. Um, Short kid out. Bye.